For all the advances in automotive tech, one issue only seems to be getting worse: gridlocked traffic. But this Silicon Valley startup says the solution comes straight from our imagination. The flying car.
You cannot, and you can cut your commute at least in half, if not more.
Jim Duchovny says his company, Aleph Aeronautics, was able to create something we've been dreaming about since the Jetsons.
We're trying to make science fiction a reality.
And while not quite ready for the road, Duchovny says the flying car is about to take off. NBC News was given exclusive access to see their concept model with our own eyes.
If everything goes smoothly, I'm going to watch a car fly over another car. We'll see.
Sure enough, we watched it soar through the air over another car and land. But for all the magic of this moment, we were heavily restricted, forced to shoot at least half a football field away, and we never actually saw the driver entering or exiting the vehicle.
But you're not still all the way there yet because, you wouldn't let me in the cockpit yet.
There's a difference between you and the consumers. We still have some IP, intellectual property, which we're trying to protect.
So far, more than 3,200 early adopters have pre-ordered their $300,000 all-electric flying car. And the company is aiming to begin production by next year. But practicality might be where the rubber meets the sky. Only a few countries allow for the kind of road-to-air reality Duchovny envisions.
It's going to be slow, incremental approach, which is good for legal integration, which is good for consumer integration.
But he says as demand grows, regulations will catch up with the tech. For now, it's still that cutting-edge pie in the sky. Steve Patterson, NBC News, Silicon Valley.
Hey, this is crazy, bro, because it's like, how is that going to work? It's like, hey, bro, you got your driver's license? Like, nah, bro, but I got my pilot's license. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is this another, are we be pilots now? Like, once you take it to the skies. Right?
No,
like, this is crazy. Because also, the schematics of it all, right? Like, is there going to be zero way to open the door when you're up there? Are we going to have parachutes now in the fucking, in our seats? Like, when I say it's like if there's no way to open the door, because motherfuckers are just like they might be on on the other side of the wrong side of mental health and be like, all right, fly that car up and just jump out that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I do sometimes when I'm at the red light? Instead of rolling down my window, if I got to spit, I'll open my car door and just spit. No, my mama, ain't no way in the world I'm opening that car.
You know what I mean? Open the window, take the guts out of the wood real quick while we're at the light.
Oh, my mama. Look, Ghost said that's some Futurama shit. Peacock said it's probably like a drone license or something. Top of the morning, Albert. Oh, everything.
Top of the morning. Yeah, I would imagine like, okay, like what if it was like completely regulated, right? Where it's like, okay, you have these airways, right? Well, and like, but once you like latch onto the airway, maybe it's automated to control like air traffic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's gonna be some shit. You're gonna have some drunk flyers now too. Like,
oh my goodness!
Is there a breathalyzer or something that you gotta before you able to just take off in the air? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you already let motherfuckers mob around. Hey, you're gonna see us in the air just tacking out.
Right, hotboxing that bitch, bro. You really
hotboxing that motherfucker,
guy. Oh, my mama, but there's no way that I can't they already got pre-orders and the motherfuckers say that they're going for 300,000. You know what I mean? 100%. There's no way that we've been the shit that we've been seeing these last couple of months, right? It like wifey and my mom when we went to go kick it with moms, they planning another Mexico trip this year. And I'm like, bruh, what I've been seeing, it got me thinking like, I don't even want to get on a plane right now. There's, you know what I mean? So to have this car up in the air and everything you just said, are we going to have drunk people? Are we going to have regulations, parachutes? I mean, the airplanes and all aircrafts have to stick to a strict flight pattern because we seen what happened earlier when the helicopter and plane,
I mean, you're going to get into a restricted airspace or like, power lines, things, you know what I mean? Like, what's the visibility like? When you talk about people that's flying planes, they got someone in the tower. I'm looking clear. You know what I mean? You got other visuals on you to assist and guide a motherfucking plane. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is gonna be some shit.
It's gonna be some shit, bro. 100%. You know what I mean? And then, you know,
where we're going, we don't need roads.
And right, 100%. And is that where it's gonna be? Are you gonna be able to fly your car over the regular roads and the highways and shit like that? Or are you gonna have to go out to the, you know, to the sticks and fly that way and then make your way across to somewhere? You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be some type of flight pattern. You know what I mean? You said it at the beginning. Do we have to get aviation licenses? You know what I mean? In order to get that motherfucker up, control it, stick to the thing, the gauges, all that technology that you
got to have to learn fucking latitudes and longitudes or whatever. Am I saying that? I sound ignorant. Latitude and longitude. There you go.
100%. I knew what you was talking about. Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? This motherfucker's got a compass now. Like, you know, and then at the same time, too, that has a GPS, like the GPSs and all. Like, I would imagine it would be some kind of autonomous thing. I could see them doing that when we're all electric on the road also too, where you just kind of like the Jetsons, you just kind of get in line with your vehicle and then it
takes you there. It's an autonomous like type thing. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
Right.
100%. But
no,
well, I was just gonna say, you know, the way that 2025 been starting off, there's no way that I think I'm jumping in that, even though we're years away from that. Cause you know, and they said in the video, only certain countries are kind of ready for that type of shit or allow that type of shit as of right now. You know what I mean? And we might be one of the last motherfuckers to adopt that shit though. You know what I mean? But these motherfuckers is in the Silicon Valley, making with this prototype and making this shit. So this shit is local technology.
Yeah. And then you have a goddamn, what's that thing called? Like the Jetsons for real though. You know what I mean? Just like it, you know, you would have straight up air traffic, ground traffic, right? You know, and then but in the beginning, this would only be affordable for so many. So this would be like super convenient if that was the case, right? Like, oh, want to get away from the ground traffic? Take it to the air. You know what I mean? And then I would imagine it wouldn't be that many. How many people had electric cars in the beginning, right? Few, right? Before now, it's like very common, you know? So maybe we're about maybe 15, 20 years from like actual, you know, flight. And then how does that work too? Are you going to have like floating signs or something? Like just like hovercraft signs that just say like, you know, fucking, what do you do in the air? Do we do miles per hour? Knots? No, knots is water.
I think it's knots. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
Mach 1. You know what I mean? Like, you got air traffic police.
I think they do miles per hour in the air because the planes, them motherfuckers be doing like 200 miles per hour.
Shit, they're doing like 1,000.
Oh, see, there it is there. Oh, everything.
I don't know. I just threw a number out there.
Oh, wow. But yeah, though, bro, 2025, here it is, you know, and they probably been working on this shit at least 5 years, 7 years. Ain't no telling how long they've been working on that project. And just to get the prototype to get up in the air, got the wheels to maneuver on the ground, you know what I mean? So they've been coming a long way with this shit. This ain't no overnight ass shit, you know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah. In China, they got these ninja bikes, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
They got the motorcycles, and then the tires, they'll get flat, like sideways, and then you switch that other thing off, and it becomes a hovercraft, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they got those already, and them things go fast as fuck too. And you know, that's another one of those things like, yeah, I ain't jumping on that. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, hell, I'm not fucking with them. I'm not a motorcycle guy. I love Harleys. I love the way that the rallies is customize them. Shout out to our dog Renegade in DC. He liked the fast bikes. He didn't fully customize a lot of his bikes. I seen his shit, not in person, but on pictures and FaceTime and shit like that, right? So them motherfucking bikes is beautiful. But bro, them motherfuckers don't got no doors. They only got 2 wheels. You only got a helmet to protect you. Ain't no way I'm getting on no motherfucking thing that even hovers with 2 wheels, because you're gonna be in the traffic. And usually, like my rallies on these bikes, they say, bro, it's not gonna be you. It's really gonna be the other motherfucker that smack your ass, right? So I really can't fuck with no 2 wheels. I don't give a fuck if it's hovering or not, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to my pops, man. He kind of spooked me for life with bikes because he wrecked probably like 20 years ago now. But yeah, it was just somebody that ran a red light, just hit him. Wow. You know what I mean?
I remember. Yeah. Rest in peace to my dog, Manny Fresh. I love you, big bro. He passed away on one of the motherfucking bikes, bro. You know, he was a young kid. He passed away like at 22 years old, 23 years old, and we only a day apart. And he was on that mother. He liked them speed bike, them fast bikes. He ended up passing. Shout out to Giuliano Santiago. I love you, bro. Free Santiago. Yeah, right here on the corner of where I'm at, where the corner store is right there. Yeah, bro, playing with the bikes. Bop. My dog JC, same spot. Bop. My dog JT on them bikes, falling off them motherfucker, man. Fuck that, bro. Everything. Yeah. Ain't no way in the world. Oh, everything.
Yeah, you ain't lying. That. But you know what though? The flying car thing though too. Like I am crazy enough to see if it's baller status. I want one. Like when I was seeing them drones flying around in the East Coast or whatever.
You saying that not too long ago?
I want one. You know what I mean? Like it look like as big as an SUV. I'm like, they already got the tech out there, bro.
Yeah,
but it is funny though, because like the ones that we were just watching right now, that thing's got wheels first. You feel me?
My dog Lee said, yes, I value my life with 2 wheels. So everything. You buy me my coffin. My dad told me when I was a young dude thinking about motorcycles, he was like, Jerick, I'm gonna up your motherfucking life insurance. You get one of them. 100%. Ain't no way. I mean, scary. even on 4 wheels, bro, shit happens. 100%. But I trust myself behind 4 wheels, then I trust myself for some other people in a flying car. And see, that's the thing, like, right? Like how you said, motherfucker might be drinking and flying, motherfucker might be flying and flying, you know what I mean? And
flying and shrooming.
100%. Like, man, fuck that. I don't trust other motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? My anxiety be high when I be driving on just the regular streets, bro. Because, I done been in so many little fender benders and shit like that. And it's not you, it's the other people, bro.
And like, how high would these things get above the ground? You know what I mean? Where it's like, you ever fly a kite? Yo, when you just like however many 50, 60 feet in the air, that wind is different. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like you can't, there's gotta be some kind of like restrictions, like you can't open windows or you can't open doors like as soon as you get a certain like, you know what I mean? Like kind of how when you hit the gas and you get over like 15 miles an hour, lock all the doors right away, right? Like most of the new cars are just lock everything. I would imagine it would be like that because first of all, I'd be nervous around a regular plane. Right, with a trained pilot in this motherfucker, let alone like if, we get the flying cars. It's like, all right, everybody put your seatbelt on. We're flying now. You know what I mean?
Bruh, oh my mama, make sure you got your parachute in your lap.
Get down there in the back. I'm flying over here.
Hey, remember how every time you get on the plane, they strap up and they get to telling you. You got the exit door right here. You got an exit door right here. Yep. If it drops, pull your thing down. You got the mattress. I mean the floaty under your seat. You know what I mean? Like, how are we gonna do this when we take off to get in the air for these cars?
Yeah, imagine like a bird flying that motherfucker or something, bro. Yeah, or a bird just hit your windshield, crack that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Come on now,
like that shit.
Everything. Crazy. Peacock said he got his motorcycle license at 18 years old. That's federal. Right. Oh, I ain't mad at that.
2 wheels.
Lee said, rap me a rap. I'm an accident waiting to happen. You ain't the only one. That's me too. Last time I rode, I was like 12 years ago, right after my son was born on everything. I sold my bike when I got married. That's right, big bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Preserve life. Right?
Come on now.
Yeah, like once I started having kids, I was like, all right, there goes my aspirations of like skydiving and other, just things where like you could die. You know what I mean? That I probably would have been willing to do to put it off the bucket list. Scratch it off, I should say. But yeah, so definitely no skydiving for me or bungee jumping.
Yeah, I'm good on the bungee jumping. I'll cliff dive. I love the water. I want to cliff dive in fucking Jamaica or wherever they got that shit at. I would love to do that shit. 100%.
Yeah, in Hawaii and North Shore, they have this one joint. It's like it's right off the beach, and you just walk off onto these rocks, and like the way the water comes in and the swells, so it could be like a 10-foot jump from the top if you get the water high enough. But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you see the motherfuckers, they wait until that water low and then they jump. It's like 40 feet to the water, 50 feet to the water. Yeah, that shit was fresh. Cause like, yeah, you know, waterfall jumping. I want to do that shit. Step when there's water and a target, like a big target that you can't miss. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's like that fucking damn, I forgot the name of the TV show where they had, it was a big ass obstacle course and it was in the water and shit like that. It used to come on ABC.
Is it the Asian one, the Ninja Warriors?
I love Ninja Warriors too, but it's a different show, bro. And they be fucking you up. They'll throw water at you. They throw big ass balls, paws, and it's an obstacle course. Oh, me and my daughter used to watch that shit. Oh, every day. That was a damn good show, bro. Oh, every day. Fuck, it's gonna come to me too. You got anything out on this?
Shit, man. The future is now.
There you go. Peacock is my guy, man. The future is now, bro. You ain't lying.
I mean, if you think about it,
yeah,
you know what I mean. And Back to the Future, they was talking about 2015 in there. You know what I mean?
I was talking about 2015.
Yeah, remember when he walks out, he's like, and he got the shoes and then you know what I mean. He's walking out, and he's like, "Wow, the future." That was 2015.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so you know, this was like in 85 where they're looking at it, it's 30 years in the future. You know what I mean?
Oh, my mama, that's cold.
And they had the flying cars and they had the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's
you hear my daughter screaming bloody murder? Okay, good. I'm over here like my girl's she's hardcore. And she over here crying and shit. She's like, keep on crying. I'm not gonna do it for you. I'm like, see, I would have been like, oh, it's okay. I would have been shut that down. Like, oh, what do you want? Oh, you want the snack? You know what I mean? My girl, they're gung ho and shit.
It's pancake time.
That's exactly what she cried.
Everything. Real talk.
She's like, I don't want to make pancakes right now. She want like pancakes for real though.
Oh, everything. Facts. Peacock said, feet first, clench them cheeks. That's the only way I'm diving into that shit, big
pencil
bro.
Dive.
Man, I see motherfuckers that be on them super ass high dive. Like I seen a little like college bride that do they swim team like type shit, right? That bride was up on like a 50-story like type platform. I mean, the bride, when she was climbing up, she had to have a harness on. And she was doing flips and you know what I mean, and landed perfectly in the water.
She was about to do the quintuple somersault.
Man, that shit cool. I ain't getting up no motherfucking 50 stories to jump into no water. Oh, every day.
I be having dreams where I'm jumping off of like high platforms and shit. Yeah, but you know how in the dream too, you just feel like oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. We used to go up to Lake Shasta every year, go houseboating, and they had a little certain coves over there where they had little cliffs so you could climb up the rocks and whatnot. And that shit was fly as a kid because you know you just jumping right into the lake.
Oh my mom.
And then most motherfuckers was wearing their vests and shit. But I would chuck my vest at the top. They'd be like, no, they're all in the boats on the bottom. But I would chuck my vest and then just jump towards it. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama.
Because jumping off a high like woo wop with a vest on, you know, just the vest.
Oh, the motherfucker ain't gonna let you go down.
Yeah, exactly. That shit.
Oh my
Lake Shasta's the shit though.
We got fat shit out here for sure, bro. Yeah. We do got a lot of outdoor spots out here. That's one thing that California do present as a lot of outdoor activities, especially with that water. Oh my mama.
Yeah, a couple years back, Spencer was like, "Yeah, I'm going to California." I'm like, "Oh yeah, where at?" But he was going up like north.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause they were do like camping and all. Like I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Oh, you going way up there?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you know people don't really understand like how big as fuck Cali is. You know what I mean? Like when you're not from there and shit, and like there's these pocket areas, metropolitans, but like for the most part, it's there's wilderness in this motherfucker too. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's facts. Like you see redwood trees. You can go see the fucking
desert. You can go see the redwood trees.
The Redding mountains of Redding, the desert. You can
come on now,
desert.
That shit is crazy. Oh my mama. Yeah, my thing going out on this though is I definitely appreciate the advances in technology. Like I said, they already at this stage right here. So this shit got to been in the works for a long time. But there's no way that I'm paying, first of all, $300K, you know what I mean, to get up in the air. I'd rather go spend a $300K on the motherfucking culling or the drop rolls or something like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather be on 4 wheels made 100%. And then the second thing is like how you let off. Man, these motherfucking cars, they gonna have, or these flying cars gonna have to be for a motherfucker that know how to operate shit in the air. You know what I mean? 100%. Because if it's not, and regular people is able to do that shit, bro, oh, it's a disaster waiting to happen, in my opinion. Oh, my mama.
Yeah, you ain't lying. It's disaster waiting to happen, to say the least. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that too? There's gonna be motherfuckers that have like hacks. They're gonna have hacks so they can be able to roll their window down when they're up in the air and they just get to spraying.
Oh, my mama.
You know what I mean?
You know what you told me and I never knew? That you could put something on the Tesla to make it feel like you driving, or I forgot what you said.
Yeah, well, when you go autonomous, you still have to hold a steering wheel. So they have little strap wops that you put around and it simulates like you're holding it. Oh my! Then, like, you know, like when I was like, shout out to my man Sundown. You know, so we was mobbing to the lab. This is like back in the days, and he's just chilling. That shit's just driving. You know what I mean? He's over there mixing the drinks for us and shit. I'm over here fucking rolling up. You know what I mean? It's like,
and he's in the driver's seat doing that.
I'm in a spaceship. You know what I mean? But you know, I asked him, I was like, man, you be doing this in the mornings? Like, hell yeah, bro. I'll be asleep on the way to work. Like, fuck it, I'll sleep on the way. You know what I mean? I'm like, but you know, that's also a great deal of trust that individuals will have in the tech,
right?
Because yeah, like your first initial reaction, like mine too, is I'm probably not going to jump in one of them flying cars. You know what I mean? Like I you know, I know luck exists because I have bad luck. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be that dude that's like, oh shit, you got the first opportunity, one of the first opportunities to ride in a flying car, and then you know what I mean, I'll be on the news or some shit.
Come on now,
I'll be the first one trying to jump out that motherfucker.
Oh my mama. Then the cold thing is, right, I just thought of this, they gonna have to sell them motherfuckers to the police too, because the police, they gonna have to be in the air checking them niggas to make sure that they doing